A short walk from my home, down the road, and hidden behind some greenery, is a small pond. A pond I've been coming to since I was a child. I'm here today to see how it's changed and what still lives inside of it. I'm using a small retractable net that's kind of trash, and a watertight mason jar.
Not a very good net at all. But since I was young, I've been coming to this pond, looking for tadpoles and the like. And since then, the local biodiversity has been lowering. This time of the year, 10 years ago, would have been overrun with tadpoles. But so far, I have only seen one in 30 minutes of being here. Very sad. It's likely this is a result of climate change, because this would also have a lot less vegetation in it, because the water wouldn't be so shallow. So these terrestrial grasses wouldn't be able to survive in the deeper water. But this right now, it's a lot easier for it to survive, which is quite sad. Ponds are also very closely linked to the local terrestrial fauna as well. Any insects that use this as a breeding pool, or any frogs, toads or newts, they spawn in here, and their numbers reflect the local predators in the area. So anything that relies on frogs is going to have a hard time if there's no more frogs breeding in this pond.
There's nothing much that can be really seen here. It's very murky, very dirty. It'll take some time to settle, if it'll settle at all. So I'll kind of see what else is in here once I get home.
We're back home now to analyze what we actually managed to catch. After leaving the substrate to settle for half an hour, we can already see some amphipods swimming around. These little scavenging crustaceans are vital parts of many aquatic ecosystems, grazing on algae and eating up organic debris. These tiny white dots are likely Daphnia or some other cladoceran crustacean. They're planktonic organisms that filter feed, usually algae, bacteria, and other organic products found in the water column. It turns out I actually managed to scoop up some tadpoles during this expedition. These individuals are the young of common European frogs, and don't worry, all the animals in this video will be returned to the wild eventually. Whilst young, tadpoles tend to prefer plant matter, but won't pass up any small invertebrates they can catch, or even sometimes large decaying animals like fish. Our first insect, a water beetle, which really gave me a runaround whilst recording. As adults, water beetles are unable to breathe underwater, so most species carry air bubbles in an area called the elytra cavity, resurfacing for fresh air when needed. Hog lice, somewhat similar in appearance to amphipods, are actually isopods like woodlice. Like the amphipods, they're detritivores, vital cleaning crews of ponds. Looks like this little spider managed to hitch a ride too. Sorry, little guy. I don't think this is a diving or water spider. It looks more like some sort of lace spider, but I'm not sure. Feel free to share in the comments if you do know. This one is very hard to see, but I think this little dark spot is a seed shrimp, otherwise known as an ostracod. If only I could zoom further. Like Daphnia, they live as zooplankton. There are likely more animals in this pond that I've failed to spot, but it just goes to show how much life there is in a tiny bit of water. If you try this, please be respectful to the pond and its inhabitants, leaving little trace you were there and returning the organisms once you're done. Thank you for watching, and remember, in a world this big, there's always something more to see.